What is this news all about?
The rate at which they borrow money from RBI is called repo rate. For 1 crore rupee, 0.9% more, 90,000 rupee extra interest in a year. If you are a pensioner, you got some money in the FD, you can be happy because the FD rate will go up. It was 4%. 15 days back, they increased it by 0.4%, which became 4.4. And now again, yesterday, they increased it by 0.5. So it's 4.9. But believe me, it is still better. I remember repo rate of 7.5, 7.8. Spending increases, demand increases, supply same, price goes up. Why stock market ballooned? But what about personal loans? What about other loans where it is based on MCLR or other rates? It may again go up. If the repo rate goes up, just to make EPF and PPF attractive, government may raise it. So there are different interest rates. Repo rate link, MCLR. MCLR is marginal cost of lending rate or floating one. So you could know which one you're taking. We know about our celebrities, their son name, daughter name, where did they go for honeymoon, where did they go for last vacation, all that. What's happening in our economy which directly affects me, I don't know. And I don't bother.
Hello and welcome to Indian Money's Freedom App's YouTube channel. As they say, it's the talk of the town that RBI has increased the repo rate. Now, what does it mean? How will it affect my life? I am very much interested. So, talk about this. I have with me Mr. C.S. Sudhir, the founder and CEO of Indian Money's Freedom App. Hello and welcome, sir.
Thank
so,
you.
as you know, whenever it comes to a very technical topic like RBI's repo rate, we have to approach you. So, please tell us, what is this news all about and how is it going to affect a common man's life?
So first, I think just to give you clarity around what is repo rate. So normally banks, if they have to lend money to people, they either take money from the public through fixed deposits, current account, savings bank account, and the next option is they borrow from RBI. The rate at which they borrow money from RBI is called repo rate.
Okay.
So when the banks borrow money from Reserve Bank of India, let's say now a particular bank is borrowing 100 rupee from Reserve Bank of India, they have to pay repo rate. It was 4%. 15 days back, they increased it by 0.4%. So it became, which became 4.4. And now again, yesterday, they increased it by 0.5. So it's 4.9. But believe me, it is still better. I remember repo rate of 7.5, 7.8. So in fact, pre-COVID, we were at about 6% plus repo rate. And during COVID, once the COVID lockdown was announced, situation was very bad in the country and the government and the RBI had to intervene to ensure that there's enough money supply in the economy. That's why they came up and said we'll reduce repo rate, I think in 3-4 different intervals. They reduced it from over 6% to 4%. Now that the inflation is going up, which is a dangerous move. So because inflation is going up, they want to control the inflation. They're trying to increase the repo rate. So if you ask me how is it going to make a difference? See, when the money is available, what do you do normally, tell me? If the money is available to you at very less cost or too much of money is with you, you go and shop everything.
Yes, spend it.
Which means when the spending increases, demand increases, supply same, price goes up. Correct? So why stock market ballooned, in fact? Stock market, when the COVID news was out, it came down to 25,000, almost half. But then suddenly when the repo rate was reduced, stock market again went up to 50,000 because there was enough money supply. When people are getting enough money at no cost or less cost, obviously they'll start putting their money in the stock market.
Yes.
Right? That's what happened. I think same thing happens with everything else. So they want to control inflation, so they're trying to control repo rate. And I'll tell you one other important thing here is with repo rate. If you ask me as a common man, how is it going to make a big impact in my life? Now, for example, I've taken home loan. I've got a crore rupee outstanding home loan. My home loan is is based on repo rate. So when it is based on repo rate, what happens? Banks will charge me repo rate, that's called base rate, plus spread. That's their extra charges.
Yes.
So if the repo rate is 4%, they might charge 2, 2.5, 3% as their spread. So my personal home loan, it was at 4% plus 2.7% spread. 6.7% I was paying.
Yes.
Now it went up by 0.4% 15 days back. Bank implemented it immediately. From 1st of June, my home loan rate has gone up to 7.1%. So now that they've increased again, probably from July 1st or even before that, they may increase it to 7.6%.
So now I have to pay more interest.
Yes, for 1 crore rupee, 0.9% more means 90,000 rupee extra interest in a year, which is extra money, right?
Yes.
Extra cost for me. The other thing here is, at least in case of home loans which are lent based on repo rate, is good. But what about personal loans? What about other loans where it is based on MCLR and or other rates? It may again go up. They may not just increase it by 0.9%, they may increase it by 1.5%.
Yes.
So that's where the cost of borrowing will go up. This is one side. The other side is if you are a pensioner, you got some money in the FD, you can be happy because the FD rate will go up. That's going to benefit you.
Also, these schemes, like what people invest in the government schemes, PPF and all, are they also affected by the RBI's repo rate?
No. So the government schemes, the government declares the returns separately. Like PPF, EPF, government announces every year the rate.
Yes.
That is different. That is not going to be affected. But definitely, if the repo rate goes up, just to make EPF and PPF attractive, government may raise it.
Yes.
That's a separate story which we don't know now, because as of now, though, it's not impacted.
So why is this the talk of the town? Everybody is talking about it, and should people be scared or should they be cautious now because it's increased and it will increase further?
See, I'll tell you, as a common man, we know about our celebrities, their son name, daughter name. Even if they come out of their home, we want to see their pic, see their video. Where did they go for honeymoon? Where did they go for last vacation? All that we know. What's happening in our economy which directly affects me, I don't know.
Yes.
And I don't bother to study it. That's why we remind jokers. We are being ruled by everyone.
Yes.
As a citizen, it's your responsibility to know what's happening in the economy. So your important decisions should be made based on what's happening in the market. When to invest in the stock market. See, you want to invest your money in mutual funds?
Yes.
You want to invest your money in the stock market? Assume you have made some investment where you know that RBI policy meet happens 3 days from today. But today, you have invested all your hard-earned money in the stock market. And there are talks already in the newspaper that RBI's policy team is meeting in 3 days, and they are going to, or they may increase repo rate. You have this news. You have not read this. It's all there in the newspaper.
Yes.
And you invest all your lifetime savings into stock market. 3 days from today, repo rate is increased. The moment repo rate is increased, stock market will go down. Why? The cost of capital for these companies who are listed in the stock market goes up.
Yes.
When the cost of capital goes up, profit comes down, which means share price goes down. So what you need to do is you should observe all these things. Based on that, what is the right time to make investment in the stock? Mutual funds. All these decisions, even if the repo rate is low, it's the right time to buy properties. In fact, the real estate market, if repo rate wouldn't have been low, wouldn't have picked up.
Yes.
In fact, I think everyone was expecting that real estate prices will go down. Everywhere.
Yes.
People were saying, in fact, I have seen in Bangalore, apartment price has not gone down. Why it has not gone? In fact, the property prices have gone up now.
Yes.
It was primarily because the loan was available at very low rate, so people started purchasing, and because of that, the property prices were not down. So if the property prices, now that the repo rate is going up, probably if it goes further, then probably property prices also may go down. Yes. Because demand will go down, right? When the demand goes down, supply is sale, price may go down.
Yes, maybe a lesser number of people would apply for home
Absolutely,
loans now.
absolutely.
That's why. So, since you talked about how RBI's repo rate affects the loans, we talked at length about the home loan. I just want to know that now for the other types of loans, for example, there are a lot of young entrepreneurs who watch our channels, who watch Freedom app, and they want to apply for a business loan. So, will that be affected?
Absolutely. In fact, the many business loans as well are linked to repo rate. Or otherwise as well, once the repo rate goes up, the interest rate may change. But then there are some bank loan schemes where you would have already borrowed. And when you borrowed, they would have agreed on a particular interest rate.
Yes.
Even if the repo rate changes, the bank may not change the interest rate. They stick to the same.
So maybe we should read carefully before
Absolutely.
we take a loan.
So now there are different interest schemes, repo rate linked, MCLR. MCLR is marginal cost of lending rate, or floating one. So you have to know which one you're taking.
Yes, I think we need to study our financial
Absolutely, it is
schemes
important.
and papers correctly, and also learn a lot about these financial changes that are happening in the Indian market and with Indian banks. As I was telling you earlier, people read less of Economic Times and more of Bollywood Times.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for informing us for these insights on the repo rate. And to all the viewers who are watching this video, as Sir said, we should always be informed of any changes that are happening in our economy, because they are going to directly affect us. If you want to watch more videos about financial changes in the country, about the latest news and reports on the economy, keep watching Freedom App's YouTube channels. You can download the Freedom app. There we have a course called Financial Freedom Course that is going to teach you all about how to manage your finances. For example, there's a course on health insurance. With that course, before even taking a policy, you would be informed of what different kinds of health insurance policies are there and how you should not be fooled. Well, if you have liked this video, then hit the like button. Press the bell icon so that you stay updated about our new videos. Download the Freedom app. The link is in the description. And try to get some new business ideas, try to get some new farming ideas, and improve your financial health. This is your host Sugandh Sharma signing off for now.